Hey everyone, today I wanted to spend a few minutes walking you through a new product that we're opening up for everyone to use that I really genuinely hope helps you. So, this is the AI job map. We're calling it the AI job atlas. And what it's looking at is which particular occupation is at high risk or low risk of being potentially impacted or disrupted by artificial intelligence systems. So there's quite a few countries here covered. So there's the United States, there's UK, there's Canada, Australia, India, Singapore, etc. across 1,100 occupations. So we've done our best to try to standardize and normalize the data set to try to keep it as simple to use as possible. But really, in very simple terms, it's looking at AI resiliency of the position that you're looking at. So right now, there's 1,100 occupations across the board. There's around 34% of jobs are completely AI resilient, and there's 6.6 million open job openings based upon the Bureau of Labor Statistics in the United States. And then if you change this to global, you'll see a different number, of course. And then you then can drill down into the potential AI impact by industry, and it's using a structured tree map that has heat colored based assignment. So a green means that you're very likely to be safe. So those are usually physical intensive or laborious or in-person positions. So for example, home health or personal care aides have a very low probability of being disrupted or impacted by AI in the short term until in the future there's going to be some disruption with humanoids and humanoid robots. But that's many, many, many years, potentially a decade plus away from that. And then there's also a section here that is under the legal liability because there's some professions like a board certified physician usually will have health insurance protections around making sure that their work cannot be outsourced to a foreign medical graduate that's outside of the United States because they won't provide the same type of insurance protection. So this legal liability is also looking at whether or not the activity is litigious, is at high risk of potentially being sued. Are you going to have the same type of insurance coverage? So what's the liability exposure, in other words? So it's looking at that as best as possible. And then if you want to take a closer look at see the live AI safe openings, all you would do is you would click it, and then it'll take you to a different page that will then give you an overview of what is considered AI safe. And then you could also look at AI impacted jobs to do the exact inverse. So if you're looking at potential positions that are very likely to be disrupted in the near future, you would just click that and it'll apply a set of filters that are all here. So, for example, in the exclusion filters, the ones that are likely not going to be impacted soon are the ones that require professional credentials, the ones that require driver's licenses, commercial driver's licenses, like a CDL, etc. Any type of specialized software requirement that cannot be accomplished by an AI agent or swarm of agents that are finely tuned and trained for that specific activity. Any type of management or executive role that requires extensive multi-decade experience, that requires advanced critical thought. That type of work is very likely not going to be impacted by AI. So what you would do is just click AI impacted, and it'll enable all of that. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to use that. And then also in the AI job map, what you would do is you could also adjust it to a bubble map and then just dig in like, okay, office and administrative support, bookkeeping, for example, receptionists, secretaries, office clerks, those are at high risk, right? Those are at risk of potential AI impact. And it tells you what the median salary and the actual openings are. What are the AI safe occupations? What are the most vulnerable? And then pay versus resilience. So seeing the cross section of that is very important. And if you want to hear more, just subscribe to our newsletter. We're also doing regular workshops where we go through quite a bit. So, for example, we go through business process reengineering and AI automation. We go through live company audits. So there's quite a bit. So please feel free to ask any questions. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any ideas of how to make this better, how to make this more functional or more useful, just please send it our way. Thank you.